Yeah, I get right to the racks. Then I make that shit back. Run up on me, get shot in the back.
It's your TV in the building. If you have yet subscribe to the channel, man, you're back in American Dad Reacts. I'm telling you, we're heading back to the 6, right? Toronto. Shout out Canada, man.
Up top. We're going up top
yes,
to
sir.
the 6.
Today we react to Houdini and the City of Fallen Rappers, man. People requested this in the comments.
You say we play Toronto,
Word.
Canada, Winnipeg,
Ontario, Canada, everywhere, man.
Yeah, whatever y'all say, we play. So subscribe to the channel, request the content, and we react.
Yeah, that's how the channel goes, man. That's how it works. So let's hop right to this video, man. It's a long video. It's like a trap geek documentary. His documentaries are pretty good, right?
Trap geek, yeah, I like him.
Right.
He's very informative. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. Let's get right to it. Then we're talking. Like the video right now for more Toronto videos.
Press that subscribe before
you become a target. Well, not only you a target, you're rapping about
who this?
That's Boosie. Oh, they got Boosie here.
Become a target. Well, not only you a target, you're rapping about these people. Your house is 10 times the size of their house. That would make me dislike me if I was on the other side.
That's crazy.
I don't need you, well I needed myself. I wasn't asking nobody for help. She wanted me cause her name ringing bells.
That's Houdini. We react to him. This is like our first Toronto rapper react to, so go check it out if you have yet.
We did? We reacted to this?
Houdini. No, we didn't react to this, but Houdini and Northside Benji.
No, I thought we did this.
That's our first introduction to, Toronto. Okay.
My favorite rapper, literally of anyone. He was my favorite.
When you really think about it, yeah, most artists do get killed in their home city.
Yeah.
And why do you think that is?
Hatred. People looking at you, saying, I wish that was me.
Bullets sent many fleeing for their lives here on this stretch. Now, the 21-year-old has been identified as a popular Toronto rapper.
All right, we got to talk about the Houdini story, right? The jealousy and hatred rappers got to deal with in their own home city is terrible. And that's a fact in every state in America. But one of the most violent cities right now for up-and-coming rappers to make it out of is Toronto.
Wow, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, Toronto's crazy.
Yeah, it looks like. Woo.
Violent cities right now for up-and-coming rappers to make it out of is Toronto, and people don't realize this. There's a reason Toronto's becoming one of the most surveyed cities in North America. It's looking like Beijing. They're getting cameras everywhere.
Wow.
Only Atlanta, Chicago, and DC got more surveillance per person, and that's because of the ongoing gang war that's been escalating for years.
It's like the UK. If you ever tune into our UK reactions, CCTV out there is crazy.
We got like 2-3 CCTV reactions where we look at the what's going on and stuff from the UK scene.
Yeah, go check that out.
If you guys have any Toronto
CCTV.
or Canadian CCTV, you could just send it to us. We will react to it.
Yes, sir.
Right? It's literally hunting season on rappers. And that's exactly what happened to Houdini. Houdini was sitting down with record labels in LA, New York, collabing with Pop Smoke. This kid was the real deal. Until a couple weeks ago, he was brutally shot and killed in broad daylight.
Wow, and this is probably after Pop Smoke died. So this is 2020 was crazy, man. This is happened in 2020.
So he died in 2020.
Yeah. The year of all the rappers.
So unfortunate, man.
2020.
Very talented, too.
Yes, sir.
Entertainment district of downtown Toronto. And this shit was surgical. They used Glock 9s with 30-round mags. They took advantage of Corona season by wearing medical masks to hide their faces. There was a 6-year-old kid that got caught in the crossfire, dodging bullets.
That has a high-capacity magazine. It's a 30-round magazine. And as this unfolds, I want you to pay attention to the little boy that ducks into the vestibule here.
The whole thing was nuts, right? And the city is shook right now. Now we're gonna get into all this, but before we do, my song of the day today is none other than Houdini himself. Let's go.
He had a very unique sound too.
Yeah, right. Nobody really sound like him like that.
Alright, in order to understand this story, we gotta focus on one hood in particular in Toronto called Driftwood, or Northside Jane and Finch. This is where Houdini's from. Now they're by far the most influential in terms of music in the city, but they're also a
That's why Northside Jane, that's why Northside Benji, I guess he's from that spot too. Yeah.
Because they knew each other. That's why they did that song together. And thank you for the people in the comments that explained it to us that they went to high school together.
Yeah, it's deep.
So they're from the north side too.
Yeah.
Faction, right? They beef with pretty much everybody in the city. To the south of them, the south side of Jane and Finch, they bang Blood, and that's their direct rivals. The lowest income neighborhood in the city called Regent also has tension with Driftwood, stemming from rap beefs and rap killings. And another area called Rexdale has been Driftwood's rival for damn near
that's funny because in America, Bloods and Crips don't really like feud like that no more. It's usually like Crips against Crips or Bloods against Bloods. It's kind of funny how Toronto's really Bloods against Crips.
It's really changed because initially it was the LA, California thing with the gangbang with the red and the blue.
Word. But now
it really spread. It spread to the New York area, and it's just like everywhere. But now it's really complicated because you have sets within the color group. So,
and they beef.
So
it's crazy.
It's complicated.
Now. So they beef with everybody. Now in 2015, Driftwood kids kind of instilled the Chirac music vibe up in the north, in Canada. They were putting disses to rivals in their tracks and talking about the stuff they were doing in the streets in their lyrics.
If you diss my niggas, then you know we pulling triggers. Late nights with them killers, we kidnapping drug dealers.
Now that song is Robin Banks featuring Pressa. Pressa is one of the few who actually crossed over to the mainstream American scene, and he's actually living in Cali right now.
Never heard him.
Yeah, I heard of Pressa before. He's been over here. He's doing his thing.
That's why I love hip hop because there's so many genres, so many lanes,
cities,
and you can make your money. And I'm happy all these kids are eating off the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I remember hip hop when it was just on. It was in a borough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It was just in the Bronx, and we had beef with Queens, and we MC Shan was battling with KRS-One.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And then that blew hip hop, and then Manhattan and Harlem came in, and then Brooklyn now doing their thing, and it's beautiful that rappers can get 100,000 fans and eat forever. For the rest of their life, they could do their 6-7 songs and eat.
That's a fact.
That's dope.
Career popped off for him, but before all that, he was involved in a case where he allegedly kidnapped 2 drug dealers, moving them around from location to location, holding them for ransom, until eventually forcing them to give each other head in front of everyone. That's crazy. Now, Pressa was later cleared of those charges and granted the court's permission to go
that
on
was
tour.
disgusting. That was like some power movies. Like,
I'm confused, yo.
Yeah, that's just...
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah.
And another rapper got 6 years in Pressa's place for the charge. Now, Pressa's partner, Robin Banks, who was in that track that I just showed, he was practically the pioneer for the scene, right? He had the torch early on from 2015, and he kind of started this organic hood label in Driftwood, where he was putting on all the rappers from his area. Robin Banks started getting millions of views, caught the attention of Meek Mill, who really rocked with the movement. Meek Mill and Robin Banks were sending paperwork back and forth. He was about to sign a deal with the Dream Chasers, and to celebrate, he was having a party at a hookah lounge called Cameo, where unfortunately his ops found out about it, infiltrated the party, and shot him up 9 times, leaving him in critical condition. Just as this man was about to cross over to the US scene. They orchestrated that hit on him. Now, thankfully, Robin Banks is alive, but he's paralyzed from the neck down. And his ops were super disrespectful, posting memes of him in a wheelchair and stuff.
Damn, he survived that. He was supposed to sign a Meek Mill. Damn, Meek Mill's tapped into a lot. He tries to sign all the youngins. He was tapped into Roddy Ricch early on.
But I get it. These rappers now are smart. They're businessmen. Meek Mills is tapped in.
Yeah.
Drake be tapped in. Rich the Kid be tapped in. French Montana be tapped in. They get these artists, they sign them, they give them a little money up front, lock them in, and then when the big labels come, they gotta break them off. You know who signs a lot of artists too on the low? Mace.
Mace, yeah. He signed a lot of youngins.
He signed a lot of artists. He got a good team behind him from that's down with Bad Boy back in the day.
Yeah. Wow, this is unfortunate though. What happens to him?
This hard. And getting back to this is like a movie, man.
Yeah.
Now he's still doing his thing, releasing tracks and of course pushing the rappers from Driftwood on his label, but the rivals going after Robin Banks like that really escalated the violence in the city, and it made it kind of a trophy for people to target rappers. This was like the first high-profile assassination attempt on a rapper who was about to cross over. Now the next year, the most influential artist out of the country was Smoke Dawg. Now I'm not from Toronto, you don't gotta be from Toronto to know Smoke Dawg. He was getting co-signed by Drake, doing shows in the UK, in the US, and he's from the place called Regent Park. Now this is pretty much the trenches, right? It's the lowest income community in the whole city, but it's not very close to Driftwood, and because of that, they didn't really have too much tension back and forth until one summer night at a club in 2018, Smoke Dawg got into a heated argument with a Driftwood rapper by the name of 21 Neat, and this shit escalated quickly, right? They stepped outside where 21 Neat shot and killed Smoke Dawg and his manager. Probably one of the most...
I heard about that. I remember Drake.
This is crazy.
Yeah, Toronto beef is... And it's not like stabbings like in the UK or...
I just wish that these guys could find a way to prosper and we stick together as a people,
Yeah,
make
'cause-
money, raise our kids, get old enough to be a grandfather. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
And pass your knowledge on to the youth instead of all this violence back and forth, man. It's sad, man.
wow, this is crazy.
This is
gruesome
crazy.
after death videos I've seen of a rapper, right? People were filming him, and Smoke Dogg's brain matter was like leaking on the road. It was a wild scene. Now, this pretty much gave Regent the green light to go after Driftwood as retaliation. And this created a whole bunch of new problems in the city where two neighborhoods that otherwise didn't have too much tension now had maximum levels of tension. And Driftwood didn't really care. Like, they were welcoming all smoke. Now, the Toronto police didn't arrest the rapper 21 Neat for quite some time. They couldn't find him. There were even rumors that he escaped to Somalia, but he eventually got found out all the way
Shout out to the
west coast
Mollies.
to the country.
Wait, where was he from now? Yeah, shout out to the Mollies, man.
Shout out to the Mollies. Y'all be all in our comments,
Yes,
yo.
sir.
We love y'all.
Somalia, but he eventually got found out all the way out in the west coast of the country near Vancouver, where he was extradited back to Toronto to stand trial for the murder of Smoke Dawg. Now, this is when the story gets wild, because 21 Neat has a brother who goes him a 22 Neat, right? They're both from Driftwood. They're from the same block as Pressa, Robin Banks. They're all homies, which is why it was weird when everyone found out 5 months ago in December of 2019, 22 Neat killed his own homie and fellow rapper on their label named YS.
What the heck? This Toronto beef is crazy. Isn't that this beef inside their own hoods?
You see in a movie, you'd be like, yo, that ain't never gonna happen in real life. And this is some real story.
Like paid in full. Like people killing their own homies. That's crazy.
YS had just gotten back from doing a bit in jail, and he was on a bunch of tracks that were getting hundreds of thousands of views, and out of nowhere, the feds found YS's body all the way out on the west coast.
So basically Toronto, if you're popping, they're trying to kill you, basically.
Basically, it looked like it's a big war going on, you know what I'm saying? I did not know this.
Word.
This is bringing us up to speed quickly.
Near Vancouver. And the rumors started circulating that 22 Neat, his own homie, was the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody really knows why he did it, but some people say it was over money. That's not been confirmed. Anyways, 22 Neat knew there would be repercussions, so he fled to a place called Calgary, Alberta. But he didn't last long. They actually found him dead 2 days later as revenge for what he did to the homie YS. Now, at this point, the city's in crisis, and Driftwood was putting out all this talent, but this horrific stuff kept happening.
Nah, this is nuts.
30. The next to pop out of the city was this rap duo formed by two brothers from Driftwood known as the Talib Twins. They had this track with 5 million views that was scorching hot in the city and in the US as well, before one of the twins eventually got locked up. So the other twin decided to keep the momentum going and kept releasing these fire tracks under the name the Talib Twin. In February of 2020, the Talib Twin was at a condo party on the 32nd floor of an Airbnb rental when two of his ops infiltrated the party and started opening fire. The Talib Twin fired back and managed to kill both of them before he himself died at the scene. And there's a bunch of speculation as to what happened. I mean, you can't make this shit up, right? Like, some people say he tripped and
yeah, you can. This is crazy.
That's why I'm watching this. I'm like, this is
shocked.
Unbelievable, but it's believable.
And this is in one city. Like, all the Papa dudes are getting killed, yo.
Yeah, shout out to Trap Geek, you know what I'm saying, for bringing us up to speed. Make sure you subscribe to the Jeremy TV channel too.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Ron.
Shot himself. But the feds believe he went into another room in the condo and just ended his own life. Like, the story's crazy, and the thing with Driftwood and the politics in the city is they beef with so many places that sometimes it's hard to say who is responsible for targeting them. They got a lot of enemies. And then, of course, at the end of May, the single biggest name out of Toronto who's not Drake
when he said that was like, you got a lot of enemies. I got a lot of enemies. That's what I thought of.
Yeah.
Everything's music.
Drake. That was Drake too, and he's from Toronto. Or Canada,
Weekend was the rapper Houdini. Now, as I said in my intro, this is a kid who is sitting down with record labels in New York and Los Angeles. He was gonna go places. But unfortunately, as the trend is in the city, Houdini was in the entertainment district of Toronto late in the afternoon. And little did he know, there was a Volkswagen Tiguan that was lying in wait on the east side of a street called Blue.
Damn, it looks like it was downtown Toronto in a nice area.
Yeah, that's how they caught the
FBG Duck.
Yeah, the Duck Kid. Yeah, man.
So this
broad daylight.
They put money on this. They gotta put money in your head to do that. To catch you downtown, they definitely put money in your head.
Really crazy. It's unfortunate overall.
I know.
It's unfortunate for the person who got killed, it's unfortunate for the person who did the killing.
Yeah.
You know, because you kill somebody, you got to live with that too. You know what I'm saying? People, sometimes we brush off this violence.
Yeah.
It's very complicated, man. There's many layers to this, man.
Yeah.
Which is right where he had to go by. They were waiting for a long time, over 40 minutes. And Houdini was with a 15-year-old boy at the time, and they were making their way down the street. And once they got in range of the Volkswagen, a lone shooter got out of the vehicle and started unloading a bunch of clips in Houdini's direction. There was this little kid who was caught in the crossfire, as well as a family. Like, this whole thing is on CCTV footage, right? It's heart-wrenching. And they unloaded a bunch of clips into Houdini, who got hit and kept running, right? Adrenaline, even if you get wounded mortally, you could still run because you got adrenaline. So he was running with a bunch of bullets in his body and then eventually collapsed and died. And the 15-year-old kid who was with Houdini was also strapped. And he was trying to get off shots back at the assailants, and then his gun jammed, right? Which he got rid of in an alleyway and ran away. Now, Meek Mill, Tory Lanez, and a whole bunch of others took to social media to express their condolences as soon as this happened.
Wow,
and you can see
Tory
just
Lanez, Meek Mill, I think Drake.
Tory Lanez from Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not sure. Let's know comments.
Let us know in the comments.
The industry was rocking with Houdini. Like, this was a kid who was about to make it. But just look at Toronto. The city is in shambles right now.
Yeah,
the retaliation killings have already been ordered. Houdini's own memorial got shot up in this ridiculous video you can see on YouTube. It's like this drive-by style video where out of the darkness this car pulls up, starts opening fire into the crowd. The whole crowd is strapped up, so they immediately start firing back. But this shit is nuts. I know this happens in the States, it's nothing new, but I'm coining Toronto the city of the fallen rappers.
This is crazy. Yeah. I never heard of nothing like this in the States.
Word. This city, I mean, you could say Chicago, but like, it's just weird. Toronto, they're just killing off the biggest dudes, the top dogs.
It's crazy, man.
Word, this is nuts.
Because the trend recently of the up-and-coming rappers who are now dead is just unparalleled. Like, you can't compare it. But yeah, man, that's it for this video. Rest in peace to Houdini. Gone but not forgotten.
Yeah,
check out his music when you get a chance. And yeah, man, I'll see you in the next one.
Nah, yeah, this is the craziest documentary I've seen about the city of fallen rappers.
It's crazy because he covered a lot, but there's a lot that we don't know.
Yeah.
That he don't know, and that we would never know.
Yeah, that happened.
So there's a lot of layers to this, like, why all this is going on.
Yes, sir. What would you rate this to 1 out of 10 documentary?
Yo, this is on point, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trap Geek.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 10.
Yeah, this is on point.
10 out of 10.
All his documentaries on point, man. Rest in peace to all the fallen rappers, too, Toronto and the 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, let's know in the comments what other videos you want to see. It's JTV. Anything else you said to get out of here?
We love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time tuning in, subscribe. You request these videos, and we will do them. You say we play.
Shout out to Canada, man. Toronto. It's JTV. If you give it Scott Channel, we out of here.
Hey, every time I get in, bitch, I pop. Little boy tryna play, tryna up his Glock. Make a nigga run when he up his chop. Hit him in the crib, make a nigga move block. Jazz so fast, we